got. You don't see LeBron James or Michael Jordan or any of those guys hating on anybody else because they're concentrating on making their lives better. And I think that's the lesson in this, is all these guys that are hating on people and all these guys that have got the time to spend being negative, they should actually spend the time being positive, and maybe their lives will turn around and be a little bit better. Yeah, it's been a good week, man. I'm really excited about everything that's been flowing this week. We've done the announcement for Filter, which has gone unbelievably well. I'm so honoured and excited to have Filter and Richard as part of the roster for Golden Robot Records. We've also had some fantastic feedback from the LA Guns Robot Rant 2. I found that was, everyone was very supportive of Kelly and Steve and their high road attitude. But it makes me think of the other side of things. You know, you put these things out on social media and, you know, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments, but there's always the comments from certain individuals, and let's call them keyboard warriors, or let's call them cowards, that put these ridiculous, uneducated, uninformed comments up there. You know, I read one on Filter, how he said, well, what do you need a label for? Clearly not understanding what a label does. Or you read something on the LA Guns site, having a go at them, and it's like, if you don't like something or you don't want to be part of something, what are you commenting for? Why do you think people are interested in your opinion? What upsets me about it, I suppose, is, look, you know, I'm a 53-year-old CEO of a company. I've been there and done that and had my own colourful life. I can handle stuff. But what happens to the 15-year-old girl that's reading something about themselves on social media that's rude and unflattering? How are they going to handle that? That's what worries me, and that's what these keyboard warriors, these cowards, don't understand, the effect that they can have on people that are impressionable, and that really worries me. So it's like, man, really, have you not realised your full potential? Have you not realised that you could actually do better in your life? You know, people say to me all the time, they try to hate, oh, you know, what happened to Skid Row and what happened to King's X? Hey man, obviously as a record label you want to put those kind of albums out, but there's a rhyme and there's a reason and there's a story why those albums on Golden Robot aren't coming out. It doesn't have to be a negative story. A parting of ways doesn't have to be negative. It's business. Business is business. Where's the John Sykes album? Hey, where is the John Sykes album? Hopefully one day it will come out. But until then, it doesn't have to be a negative story. Nothing needs to be negative. There's a rhyme and a reason behind everything. And all these haters are just looking to cut people down. Unfortunately, the tall poppy syndrome in Australia, it's like a sport here. People want to cut people down. And so it doesn't give the normal entrepreneurial businessman the incentive to want to pop their head up and say, hey, I'm over here and I'm doing something. So I think as a culture, we've just got to do better. At the end of the day, when you're realising your full potential, you don't have time to go and hate on somebody else because you're spending your whole time trying to be positive and growing what you've got. You don't see LeBron James or Michael Jordan or any of those guys hating on anybody else because they're concentrating on making their lives better. And I think that's the lesson in this, is all these guys that are hating on people and all these guys that have got the time to spend being negative, they should actually spend the time being positive, and maybe their lives will turn around and be a little bit better.